Recording started.
All right. All right. So Frey says he's ready for winter break. I definitely agree. It's about time. So this is going to be. We have this class, then we have a flipped class on Friday that I'm doing. But let's kind of go over. We're in the last unit, so we're done with this block, and then you'll be done with geography. And make sure you get all your stuff in so you get credit for this class, and you'll have your geography credit underneath your belt. Okay. So let's talk about a couple things. So this is what you should be done with already. Okay. Have my little sun out here because I want it to be the sun to be shining rather than winter outside. Oh, I forgot to change the dates from last time. But anyways, you should be done all the way with Unit 4. Okay. And right now, this week, you should have Unit 4 and 5 done. And then the last two things, that doesn't make... Sorry, I should have looked at this a little bit better. But yeah, anyways, you only have 2 quizzes after this week. So you have lesson 12 and 13 you should have done by the end of this week, and then 14 and 15. And then you also have what's called your country presentation, okay? Which if you haven't seen the video on that, I'm putting it up there. There's a YouTube link. You'll want to go and see about that, okay? What are we supposed to be writing on? Okay, so that's something that we talked about in the video and we've been talking about throughout, our lessons. It's any topic in geography. But if you remember, geography is the study of the earth and everything in it. So it basically can be about anything. I'd like to maybe do something on what we've talked about, maybe poverty, maybe earthquakes, hurricanes, natural disasters. I will be writing about wolves. Okay? Yeah, so that's right. I mean, wolves are a part of our environment. They're a part of geography. And so that's something you can write on. Yep. And if you go to that video link that I just sent out, okay, that YouTube, you can also find out the announcements on our course online page. You will, you'll go on there and it'll show you to use the online library or Google Scholar, find that topic that you like. And since it's about basically anything, as long as it's about the earth, right? The study of the earth and everything in it. So you got a lot to talk about. Culture, what it's like in different areas. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be going over Europe, okay? Europe is talked about as the land of many peninsulas. So can anybody tell me what a peninsula is? A peninsula, a little different than an island. I think the best peninsula kind of out there that shows the form of a peninsula is like Florida, right? There's 3 sides that are surrounded by water, and then you have a body in the middle. So if you look at Europe here, okay, is it like a state? No, it's a land formation, okay, is what we're looking for. So if you look right here, I gotta get my little pointer out. That sun doesn't do it justice. Yeah, so Italy and Sweden, they would be like that. Okay, so if we look right here, so maybe the picture to the far right is kind of the best. So Spain and Portugal are right here where I'm kind of outlining with my finger is on a peninsula. They call that the Iberian Peninsula. And it has those countries in it, okay? You have the Italian Peninsula, okay, which is right down here. It has Italy, San Marino, Vatican City, all of those ones there, okay? Then you have the ones up here, Sweden and Norway, right here. That's another peninsula. You have the peninsula where Denmark is right there. So it's any land mass that is surrounded by 3 sides by water, okay? So that's a peninsula. And there's a whole bunch of countries in Europe, and we'll kind of go over those. Okay, let me change your tool things real quick. Your pulling tools to A, B, C, D. And I'm going to ask a question real quick. So according to the map, so we're looking at this map over here to our left, what region is the United Kingdom in? Okay, what region is the United Kingdom in? You sound like a chickmunk. Or I do? Really? Try not to. Here, let me get my videos. I'm turning off my video. Maybe that's better. Maybe I'm lagging a little bit. Does that sound better? Yeah, super high pitched. Okay, I'll try not to talk to I promise I'm not high pitched my voice. All right. So this one says, according to the map, okay, what region is in the United Kingdom, okay? Is it A, Western Europe, B, Northern Europe, C, Eastern Europe, or D, Southern Europe, okay? So put down there what you think it is. I got about 6 or so responses right now. 7, 8. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So if you look over here, the United Kingdom is in England, which is actually this island right here. The United Kingdom is Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, make up the United Kingdom, and it's over here on this island. And if you see that you have the blue map, the dark blue map right there, it's shaded in there, that is where it is located. Okay, so you should have put B, Northern Europe. Okay, so we're going to be talking a lot about the different cities and the different areas. So one of the things about Europe, it's so very, very diverse, okay? You have the more northern areas, which you see in this far left picture as I'm kind of pointing to. They don't have a lot of trees like on the island in the United Kingdom or in Ireland. So they build their fences out of stone. It rains a lot, so it's very green, as you can see the green hills. If you go up even farther north, if you look at that middle top picture, where my hand's at now, my pointer finger, this would be like Sweden, Norway, Denmark area. You're by the coast. It's very green still, and you can kind of see the architecture is a little bit different. You also have what's called a Mediterranean climate zone, which is the bottom middle picture there. That would be like some the coastal areas of Spain and France, and also you've probably heard of maybe the French Riviera, so that's in France. Italy, Greece would all be this type of thing. So nice blue waters. We kind of think of this as kind of like their Florida area if you're thinking about the United States. And then the picture to the far right, you have your inland areas. Where you have a lot of cities, and they're very, very old. I mean, they go back 500 to 1,000 plus years. You can see the architecture of it. So you're talking about in places like Paris, Berlin, Prague, all those places that you see like in Europe there. Okay. So we're just going to kind of go over some of those major cities as you kind of go through there. So Paris. So Paris, you have the Eiffel Tower here to the bottom left. You have the museum, the Louvre, which is on the top there. And then you have the, I'm trying to think of what it's called. I think it's like St. Peter's something. I can't remember exactly what it is. The land of baguettes, yes. So the land of also pasta and very good, I think, bakery items just like that. So Paris. Rome, very ancient city. You have the Roman Colosseum. Right by it, you have the little country of what's called the Vatican City. It's the capital of where the Catholic Church is. So you have a whole bunch of cathedrals. Over to our left, we have the Colosseum where they had the Romans, and they used to have the gladiator fights where they fed people to the lions. All of this is about geography, so you could actually do something on geography. What tests will we be doing today? So basically, if you look at your assignments, it's lesson 13 quiz is what you should be doing. Well, no, lesson 12 quiz should be due today. Then you also have London, which is in England. You may look at some things like the bottom left picture. You have Big Ben. You have the famous Ferris wheel that's kind of around there. And you have the famous churches that are there, where like they just had Meghan Markle and Prince Harry just got married there in that chapel. And then you also have London Bridges, right? So London Bridges falling down. I'm not sure if you've heard of that before. That song that goes back to Queen Mary and locking up Queen Elizabeth, her half sister, and not being there. But anyways, you got the London Bridges that comes from our little nursery rhymes and stuff like that. And then you also have some that are modern areas like Berlin, which is in Germany. You have the modern side, which was that was on the west after what we call the Berlin Wall was put up after World War II, where the Communist Party took over East Germany, and basically all of Eastern Europe went to the Soviet Union, and they became communists. And you had the Berlin Wall that was up this way, and then on the west side it became a very profitable capitalistic city, as you can kind of see here to the left. Okay, so let's do a question poll real quick again, and I'll get some of your private comments in just a second. And I see some of your things. What year was that? Well, that's what we're going to talk about right now. So what year was the Berlin Wall torn down? Okay, so let's answer those questions real quick. Was it A, 1965, B, 1945, C, 1989, or D, 2001? When was the Berlin Wall torn down? So not when it was erected, but when it was torn down. Give you guys a second to answer that. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Somebody must be Googling the answers. No, you guys are just good. So the answer is 1989. So not too long ago. That's when it came down. So just basically, I guess it'd be coming about 30. Is it 30 years? No, 40 years. Maybe 40 years. No, 30 years. 30 years. I'm doing my math wrong. So you said you were guessing. Okay. So 30 years is going to come up. 1945 was basically when the war started. And then 65, I believe, when it was erected. Quizlet gives you the answer? What? Oh, that's all right. Okay. Some other areas that you want to think about is ancient Greece. Okay, so Greece was on there. Greece was known for its polytheistic views. So believing polytheistic means believes in many gods. So Zeus, Hades, Athenas. So many that they have. Poseidon, yep, very good. There's a lot that they believed in there. They were also the first ones to have the Olympics and the first one to have a democratic society. Yep. So Poseidon, the god of the sea. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen I think it's coming out pretty soon, or maybe it comes out tomorrow. It's not a Marvel movie. It's the other one, the DC with the Aquaman, right? I kind of think him is kind of like Poseidon almost. Anyways, kind of cool. But you can see these ancient areas with, thousands of years. Well, Aquaman, that's what it is. That's what I'm thinking of. Aquaman. Thanks for hitting me up there. Okay, let's do the poll question again. Okay, what is true about ancient Greece? This is what we just talked about. Okay, was it A, they were polytheistic? B, the Olympics were started in ancient Greece? C, the first republican form of government was started in ancient Greece? Or D, all of the above? Give you a little bit of time to answer here. It's easy. Yeah, I think this one's a fairly easy one. Yep. I think you guys mostly got it right. The correct answer is D, all of those. We talked about them. Okay. All right. Okay, that leads us to the very end, to our exit ticket. So hopefully you were paying attention, because you get extra credit if you pay attention and put it on the exit ticket. So I just shot that out to you guys on the link there. And I'm also going to push it out to you as well. And I'll stick around for kind of any questions or anything like that. I will be nice and open up the slides, okay? All right, stick around if you have any questions, and thanks for coming.